the town administrator report.
Thank you, Madam Chairman. Since we've only met 7 days ago, but I've got updates, so I'm splitting it between personnel and finance.
Okay.
Okay. First, on personnel, we've posted the position for the substance abuse coordinator. And I was just thinking we had posted it on a website, in the MMA website, but thinking I want to add, when I see Debbie tomorrow morning, is whether we can also post it over at the Boston University, Harvard, and Tufts Schools of Public Health to try to widen the berth on that also. And that's not a bad area to try to look for people also. Secondly, regarding personnel, I had a really good meeting with Erin this week about how we keep communication open with the Board of Selectmen and other boards about projects and the beginnings of projects and such. So we're going to be looking at doing timelines to the board, bullet point, basically position papers on where the steps are and where we're looking at to get those continued. So I think that's a good step starting forward. I've also met with Erin, and one of the first steps is looking at, because I had some of the discussion last week about whether we can do some of these projects simultaneously, at least getting some of the steps going, such as green communities along with the downtown initiatives. So it's not necessarily, and I can understand why finish one project and get to the other ones, but there are some aspects maybe we can do simultaneously to know if the board supports that, so we can continue going forward with those. So I think you'll be seeing that coming forth, and Erin was very agreeable and helpful in formulating that.
If I could just ask one thing. We talked about last week, there were a couple of items that we wanted to try and get up on an intranet, and I think this would be one of them that would be great, because it's a document it's a stable document, so we don't have a bunch of emails going around.
Right.
But it would also be nice to flip that and put that out to the public, because there's a lot of interest as well. So if we could take her timeline and share it both internally and externally, I think that would be.
What we can do, done in the past, is on the website, you can have basically project pages for each thing, green communities, the initiative. Yes, Mr.
I hate to interrupt you, but that's kind of been something that for a while now really needs to be updated. It's only 3 years old at best, but something happened. It
Right.
never got. So somehow that has to get fixed
Yeah.
so that all this information can flow correctly. I just wanted to throw that out there.
So that was working out very well.